boleh nampak. Hmm. Alright, okay. So dah berapa orang? Dah 23 orang. Ramai lagi yang sedang masuk. Teacher kena welcome ni diorang ni. Jom masuk kelas. Alright, okay. Jomlah kita start. Okay. Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum. Good morning everyone.
Hello.
Good
Morning,
morning,
teacher.
Alright, okay. Alright, okay. So let's. How are you today? Semua orang sihat?
Sihat.
Semua orang sihat?
Alright.
Alright, so let's begin our class with doa. Okay, jom baca doa. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alright, okay. Alright. So to start our lesson today, I want you guys to watch this video. Alright. So this is the video of the making of air batu campur ABC. Alright. Okay. Wait, can you hear the sound?
Yes,
Yes,
teacher.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Once again, Alright. Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, so from the video, what are the lady doing sebenarnya?
Making air batu campur.
Making Yes.
air batu campur.
Air batu
Alright.
campur.
Okay, the making of air batu campur. Okay, so what do you think? What we going to learn today?
Mixture.
Alright. So today we going to learn about mixture. Okay, and I hope that at the end of this lesson, at the end of our lesson today, you should be able to communicate about examples of mixture in daily life. Means that you should be able to give example, okay, of mixture in daily life, and you should be able to solve problems of separating mixture through activity based on the different characteristic of materials and physical methods. Maksudnya, okay, you should be able to describe how to separate a mixture using different examples of separation method. Alright. Okay, so method to separate mixture. So how can a mixture be separated? Okay, so as the mixture is formed physically, okay, so mixture can be separated physically too. For example, in this picture we have a sandwich. Okay, so a sandwich is made of bread, vegetables and meat. Cheese lah semua ada kat sini kan. So we can separate, okay, the ingredient, okay, all of these ingredient easily through a physical method. It means that we can take out all the ingredients by using our hand. Now we can take out physically, take one by one. So this is the basic idea to separate a mixture. Alright. Separation method. Okay, so we have a few methods to separate mixture. Okay, we have few methods. Okay, so number one, we have sieving. Second, we have filtration, distillation, using magnet, maksudnya separation using magnet. And then we have flotation, chromatography method, and last one we have sedimentation. So all of these 7 methods, okay, so these are the methods you're going to learn today. Alright, okay, so we have video, so I want you to watch the video first, okay, and I want you guys to look carefully this video, okay, to watch carefully, and we will have several questions and answer based on this video. Okay.
A solution is a mixture of 2 or more substances in the same phase. This is formed when a solute dissolves in a solvent. A solution can also be formed when 2 or more miscible liquids are mixed together. When ethanol and water are mixed together, a solution is formed. Now, how would we separate these solutions? To separate dissolved salt from water, we would simply evaporate as much water as possible, leaving behind white salt crystals. The separation technique is known as evaporation. To separate ethanol from water, we must take into account the fact that these substances have very different boiling points. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, whereas ethanol boils at 78 degrees Celsius. This mixture can be separated by simple distillation. The lower boiling point component, in our case ethanol, will evaporate first. The ethanol vapor condenses as it passes through the condenser, and the distilled ethanol can then be collected in the receiving flask. The above mixtures are homogeneous mixtures. This means that the components of the mixture are in the same phase, or the composition of the mixture is uniform throughout. Now, we will look at separating heterogeneous mixtures, where the components in the mixture are not in the same phase, or the composition of the mixture is uneven. If we have a mixture of sulfur and iron filings, we can easily separate this mixture with a magnet. The magnet will remove all of the iron filings, leaving behind the yellow sulfur powder. We know that salt is completely soluble in water, but sand is not. How would you separate a mixture of salt and sand easily, keeping in mind the solubility of salt in water? Pause, think, and continue when you have an answer. The salt and sand mixture can be added to water. Salt will dissolve, but sand cannot. The resulting heterogeneous mixture can be filtered through a funnel lined with filter paper. and washed with water to remove as much salt as possible. The substance that remains on the filter paper is known as the residue, and the substance collected in the flask is called the filtrate. For our case, sand is the residue and the salt water is the filtrate. The salt can be obtained using evaporation and the sand left to dry. The same method is used to separate a suspension, which is a mixture of an insoluble solid in a liquid, such as, for example, small bits of chalk in water. Two immiscible liquids, such as oil and water, can be separated using a separatory funnel. This is an apparatus with a stopcock at the bottom. Releasing the stopcock allows the contents to flow out, and closing it stops the flow. To summarize, there are many different techniques to separate mixtures, all depending on whether the mixture is homogeneous or heterogeneous.
Alright, okay. So, based on the video. Okay, can you answer this question? Okay. I give you few minutes, okay, about 3 to 5 minutes to think, okay, to think the answer of this question. Alright. So the question is, okay, number one, please think about this answer, this question. So what is a mixture? What is the definition of mixture in chemistry? And can you give examples of mixture? Okay, and how can we separate mixture? And based on the video just now, can you list all the methods to separate a mixture? Okay, so I give you about 3 minutes, okay, 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, okay, to think first the answer, okay, and we will proceed, we will continue after this lah. Alright, boleh semua? Can you do this?
Boleh, teacher.
Alright,
Yes, teacher.
okay. Alright, so start now. Please think first. Okay, you can refer to your books if you want. Three minutes from now. Okay, another 1 minute. Another 1 minute. Alright, okay, time's up. Okay, so kita go to next slide Okay, so first question, what is mixture? So anyone want to try this answer? Want to try this
Can I
question?
try, teacher?
Yes, sure.
Mixture is a mixture of two or more substance in a same phase.
It's the same face. Alright, good try. Okay, good try. Okay, ada lagi tak yang nak cuba? Anyone?
Can I try?
Yes, sure.
A mixture consists of two or more elements or compounds mixed physically.
Okay, that's good. Alright, thank you both of you. Okay, well done. Okay, so what is mixture? Okay, mixture, okay. A mixture consists of two or more elements or compounds mixed physically. Okay. So a mixture ni sebenarnya in Malay adalah campuran. Okay. So it consists of two or more elements or compound that mix physically. Okay. So we have few examples. Okay. So as you can see from my slide, okay, we have cocktail. So cocktail ni sebenarnya is the mixture of water. What else do we have?
Fruit.
Yes,
Fruits.
fruit. Fruit, water, fruit, maybe some flavoring, colouring, kan? Okay. Next, we have, what's this? ABC. Yes, air batu campur. Just now you watched the video on how to making it. Right? So, ABC ni actually is the mixture of, apa dia?
Ice.
Yes, we have ice,
Mm.
peanut,
Peanuts.
corn,
Corn. Yes.
maybe some jellies,
Bean.
right?
Peanut.
Yes, bean, ice cream. Okay, so this is the examples of mixture in our daily life. Okay, so can you give me few more examples of mixture that you always use? Anyone want to try?
Can I try?
Who's there? Who's that?
Yeah.
Siapa tu? Siapa tu? Yang bercakap tu siapa? Yes?
Nabila.
Nabila. Okay, Nabila. Okay. You can try.
Burger.
Yes?
Burger.
Burger. Yes, very good. So burger is a mixture of,
A bread.
okay.
Meat.
Yes.
Vegetable and cheese.
Yes. Okay, similar like sandwich lah kan. Alright, very good. Okay, very good. Okay. Okay, not just burger. Okay. Okay, this is my example lah. Okay, we have fresh orange. Okay, orange juice. Okay, so orange juice actually is a mixture juga. Okay, is a mixture of compound sebenarnya. Water is compound. Okay, and the substance from the orange also compound. So orange juice is the mixture of compound. Okay, so next example we have toothpaste. Toothpaste, okay, is the mixture of compound too. Okay, and we have this one. Okay, so this is a mixture of elements. So in this container, okay, in this container we have a mixture of iron nail and copper nail. So this is examples of a mixture of element. Okay, alright. So next question. How can a mixture be separated? Okay, so for this one, okay, the separation method actually it depends on two things, on 2 points lah. Okay, so first one is, okay, it depends on physical properties of the substances present in the mixture and substance to be obtained from the mixture. Okay, it means that separation methods ni it depends on what kind of physical properties of the substance present in the mixture. Whether it is soluble or not, whether it is in a solid form ke, right? And second one, it also depend on the substance to be obtained. What kind of substance yang kita nak obtain from the mixture. So, separation method, it depends on these 2 points. Okay? Alright, next question. So, based on the video you watched just now, can you list all the methods to separate mixture? Siapa boleh jawab? Anyone?
Can I try, teacher?
Amanina
Yes.
Okay. Yes, you can.
Filtration, and
Filtration.
then separation by using magnet.
Okay, good.
Sieving,
Sieving. Okay.
and
Sieving
then distillation.
Sieving is in the video.
I'm not sure.
Alright, next. Apa? Try je lagi. What else?
And then did I mention flotation?
Yes.
And then chromatography.
Okay, chromatography.
Sedimentation.
Sedimentation, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all. Okay, thank you Amanina. Okay. Others want to try? Ada lagi kan yang Amanina tak
try?
sebut lagi?
Can I try?
Can I try?
Dania
Yes.
Dania, okay, Dania.
The other two is distillation and flotation.
Distillation and flotation. From the video, based on the video.
I think in the video I only see distillation.
Distillation only, are you sure?
Evaporation.
Yes.
Evaporation, we also have evaporation. Okay, alright, good try everyone. Okay, good try everyone. Okay, so from the video, okay, so from the video, these are the methods, okay, these are the method list lah, okay, evaporation, distillation, separation using magnet, filtration, lepas tu separation using separatory funnel. So this is from the video, okay, from the video. Okay, never mind. Okay, so we go to next. Okay, so we're going to learn in details about each of the method. Okay, distillation. So what is distillation? Okay, so distillation is a method to separate a completely miscible liquid-liquid mixture that have different boiling point. So this is the set up apparatus for distillation. Okay, so we can use this method to separate miscible liquid mixture. Okay, for example, we have water and alcohol mixture. Okay, just now from the video, alcohol, they name it as ethanol. Okay, so ethanol is the alcohol lah, is an alcohol. So in this round bottom flask, okay, in this round bottom flask, we have a mixture of water and alcohol. They look similar, they look homogeneous, okay. We can differentiate it, okay, because they they have a same color. Okay, so firstly, okay, how it works, okay, how distillation works. Okay, firstly, in this round bottom flask, we heat this mixture, okay, until it reach boiling point of alcohol. Okay, boiling point of alcohol, because alcohol, it has lower boiling point than water. Okay, so alcohol will boil first lah. Okay, so when it boils, okay, it will form gas. Okay, so it will form gas dekat sini, gas or steam. Okay, so the gas will flow through this condenser. Okay, so this is the condenser. Okay, the condition of this condenser is very cool. Okay, so gas or steam, alcohol gas tadi, okay, it will convert it to liquid, and liquid alcohol can be collected in this beaker, and water is left behind in this round bottom flask. So this is how we separate, okay, a miscible liquid mixture. Okay, remember they are separated based on different boiling point. Water dia ada boiling point dia. Okay, alcohol pun sama juga. Okay, water 100 degree Celsius, alcohol about 78 or 72 lah, macam tu lah. Okay, 72 degree Celsius. So alcohol will boil first. Okay, so and it will flow through the condenser, and we can collect the liquid alcohol in the container tu lah, dalam beaker. Kalau kita letak beaker kat situ, beaker lah kita guna. Alright, so we can separate it. Okay, so this one is distillation. Okay, faham tak untuk yang ini? Do you understand about this one? This is simple distillation.
Yes, Chair.
Alright, thank
Yes.
you for your responding. Okay, now separation using magnet. Okay, so separation using magnet. Okay, okay, if you hold a magnet close to a box of iron nail mixed with sand, okay, maksudnya di dalam sebuah kotak we have a mixture of iron nail with sand, okay, pasir. So we can separate it, okay, using magnet. Okay, so iron nail are metals, and they are classified as magnetic substances. Okay, magnetic substance. So they will be attracted to the magnet lah. But sand is not a magnetic substance. So sand will remain inside the box. So this is how we can separate using magnet. Okay, so magnetic attraction. Okay, magnetic attraction ni, okay, it can be used to separate two solid mixture. Kalau tadi distillation, okay, distillation to separate miscible liquid mixture. This one, magnetic attraction, okay, used to separate two solid mixture. Okay, different kind of physical properties of substance lah. Okay, so used to separate two solid mixture in which one of the substances is magnetic and the other is not. So iron, nickel and cobalt are examples of magnetic metals. Meanwhile, gold, bronze, aluminium are examples of non-magnetic metal. Okay. Usually in food industry, they use a magnet separator, okay, to ensure that there's no iron particle lah, okay, to ensure that iron particles are not mixed with the food product. So ini adalah di dalam food industry, okay, they use this magnetic separation technique. Alright, so faham ke yang ini? Boleh?
Faham.
Alright, very
Boleh, teacher.
simple Very
Faham,
simple.
teacher.
Alright, thank you. Next, we go to filtration. Okay, filtration. Filtration is a method used to separate an insoluble solid. Tadi solid, Yang first one tadi miscible liquid-liquid. Yang ini pula insoluble solid. From a mixture of solid and liquid. Insoluble solid ni, it means that something that cannot dissolve. Okay, something that cannot dissolve. Alright, so filtration is a method used to separate an insoluble solid from a mixture of solid and liquid. Okay, so we have example. Okay, so as you can see here, photograph 6.6, examples of filtration. Okay, so we use filter paper to separate coffee powder from a coffee drink. So coffee powder is our insoluble solid. Okay, our insoluble solid. And coffee drink dekat bawah ni lah. Okay, coffee drink dekat bawah ni. So this is our examples of separation method yang kita hari-hari guna. Okay, we use this method in our daily life. Okay, so this is filtration. Okay, kalau dekat dalam makmal, okay, filtration method. So this is the setup apparatus for filtration. Okay, for example, okay, let's say we have a mixture, okay, in this beaker. Okay, katakanlah dalam ni kita ada mixture insoluble solid, okay, and then we pour this mixture into this filter funnel. So this is filter funnel. Okay, in this filter funnel we put filter paper. So when we pour this mixture into this filter funnel and filter paper, the insoluble solid will trap here. Okay, and the liquid will flow, okay, flow down to the container lah, okay, in this beaker. Okay, so liquid flow down from the filter funnel, okay, we call it as filtrate. Okay, filtrate. While insoluble solid that trap here, yang tersekat dekat sini, kita panggil dia sebagai residue. Okay, residue. So in this case, in this example, our coffee powder is our residue. And coffee drink is our filtrate. Alright. Do you understand this part?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Okay, very easy, very easy. Okay, so next we go to flotation. Okay, flotation. So what is flotation? Okay, flotation method can be used to separate soluble and insoluble materials in water. For example, okay, we have oil and water. We know that, okay, oil has lower density than water. Okay, so therefore oil will float. Dia duduk di atas, okay, will float on the water surface. So we can use separating funnel. Okay, we can use separating funnel to separate oil and water. Okay, so this is the separating funnel. Okay, separating funnel, yang ini kita guna flotation method lah. So in this separating funnel, okay, we have a mixture of oil and water. Oil is at the bottom pula, on the top of water, okay, because it has lower density than water, so dia akan berada di atas lah, float on the surface of water, okay, and water dekat bawah ni at the bottom. So we use this tab ataupun stop cock, okay, to release the water, to remove the water. Okay, so the water can flow to this beaker and we can separate oil and water. So yang ini kita guna konsep flotation. Okay, different density. Alright. Okay. Okay tak untuk yang ini?
Okay, teacher.
Alright.
Okay.
Very good. Okay, sedimentation. Okay, for sedimentation, okay, So what can you observe when sand is poured into a into a beaker filled with water? Apa yang you boleh nampak apabila pasir dimasukkan dalam beaker yang berisi air? Adakah dia larut?
Hancur tak? Tak larut.
Tidak.
Does not dissolve, okay, insoluble. So they form two layer, okay. So when we have water nampak ni, this is water, this is sand. When they mix together, okay, they form a mixture of water and sand. Yang ini kita panggil heterogeneous mixture, okay. So they form two layers. Okay, so two layers are formed in which water is at the upper and the sand is deposited at the base of the beaker. Okay, this is because sand is not soluble in water. Okay, insoluble lah, not soluble. Sama maksud dengan insoluble, and sand has a higher density. So that's why sand dia duduk dekat bawah ni, deposited at the bottom base of the beaker. So we can use sedimentation method to separate a liquid and insoluble solid mixture. Alright, so ini sedimentation. Sedimentation tu maksud dia akan termedak ke bawah lah, and then kita boleh keluarkanlah water tu, and then kita dapatlah sand. Okay, so this one is for sedimentation. Okay, we go to next. Okay, decanting. Okay, decanting ni dia continue daripada sedimentation tadi tu lah. Okay, so sedimentation and decanting method is used to separate a liquid and insoluble solid mixture. Maksudnya tadi bila kita dapat macam ni kan, tadi kan, sand deposited at the bottom of the beaker. Okay, so we can just decant. Okay, maksudnya we can just throw, kita keluarkan, we remove the water, okay, and nampak ni, water flow into this beaker and then sand is left behind here. So this is decanting. Actually we use this technique, we use this method in our daily life pun. Alright, so we can separate lah water from sand. Alright, so this one settle. Okay, next we have chromatography. Okay, chromatography. Okay, so chromatography method. Okay, separation methods like filtration and distillation need a large amount of mixture to separate the substance. How is a small amount of mixture separated? Okay, one of the method is by using chromatography. Okay, so chromatography method ni usually used to check document fraud by separating the color from the ink used. Okay, beside that, chromatography method also allow us to identify if there are any harmful food coloring present in our food. Okay, so this is chromatography method. Usually food industry use this method, okay, to check, to identify whether in the food have a harmful substance or not, harmful coloring or not. So basically it can identify color. Alright, we go to video. Okay, so please watch this video.
In today's video, we're going to talk about paper chromatography. We'll take a look at how it's done, explain the theory behind it, like what the mobile and stationary phases mean, and also show you how to calculate RF values. Now, chromatography is a general analytical technique used to separate the different substances in a mixture so that we can then identify them. And there are actually lots of different types of chromatography. But the one you need to know about is paper chromatography, which can be used to separate the different dyes in an ink. The first step is to take a piece of filter paper and use a pencil to draw a line near the bottom of the sheet, which we call our baseline. Next, you want to add your sample of ink, which you think might contain lots of different substances, to the pencil line. Then we need to find a beaker and fill it with a shallow amount of solvent, like water or ethanol. We are now ready to start, and we can place the filter paper into the solvent. But importantly, we have to make sure that we don't submerge our pencil line and our spot of ink, which is why we made our solvent shallow. And if you're being careful, you should really place a lid on top to stop the solvent from evaporating. Then we just wait for the solvent to seep up the paper, and as it does so, the different dyes that make up our ring will dissolve in the solvent and move up with it. What makes this interesting, though, is that each of the different dyes will travel up the paper at different rates, and so they'll end up separating out, which tells us that each one must be a different substance. So we've basically separated out the different substances. However, if any of our chemicals aren't soluble in that solvent, then they won't be able to dissolve and move up the paper, so they'll just stay on the baseline. Once the solvent has almost reached the top of the paper, we take it out and leave it to dry, and the pattern of spots that we have left is called a chromatogram. Now, to explain why the different chemicals move up the filter paper at different rates, you need to use a couple of weird terms: the mobile phase and the stationary phase. What makes these things odd is they don't want to think of these phases as periods of time, but rather as types of substances. The mobile phase is a substance that the molecules can move in. It's always a liquid or a gas, and in our paper chromatography, it would be the solvent that we used. Meanwhile, the stationary phase is a substance or material that the molecules can't move in. So usually a solid, or sometimes a really thick liquid. But for us here, it would be our paper. During the chromatography experiment, the different chemicals in our sample of ink will constantly change between the mobile and stationary phases, dissolving in the solvent, moving a little bit, and then binding to the paper, over and over again. And so overall, how much time they spend in each of these two phases is going to determine how fast they move up the paper. With the chemicals that are more soluble in the solvent spending more time in the mobile phase and therefore moving faster, and those that are less soluble or are more attracted to the paper spending more time in the stationary phase and so moving more slowly. So if you think about it, how far each of the chemicals travels is dependent on the properties of that substance. And if we did the same experiment again, our chromatogram would look the same. This means that if we measure how far each substance moves, we can compare those values to a data book and identify which type of chemical it must have been. How far each of the chemicals moves, though, is also going to depend on how long we leave the experiment. So instead of comparing the actual distance, we instead calculate a ratio called the RF value, which is equal to the distance traveled by the
So
substance
I stop the video
divided
sebab
by the
RF
distance
value semua
traveled by
ni
the
you tak perlu
solvent.
tahu pun lagi. Alright? Okay. So I stop the video Alright. So we just go to the important part. Okay. For paper chromatography, okay, what you need to know is, okay, chromatography, paper chromatography is a way, okay, is another way to separate substances. Okay, usually we use this technique, okay, this method to separate dye, D-Y-E, okay, dye in food coloring, okay. Other than that, okay, yang ini dia punya function dia lah, okay, chromatography method is usually used to check document fraud, okay, same yang tadi. And then chromatography method used to identify if there are any harmful food coloring present in food. So ini pun sama tadi juga. So basically we have filter paper. We can use filter paper as our chromatogram. Okay, and we spot the food coloring. Okay, dekat sini. We spot, maksudnya kita terletakkan dekat sini and then kita dip the chromatogram tadi into the solvent. Usually we use water and it will move up. It will move up and it can separate into several substances. Okay, so this is chromatography method. Alright, so they used to separate dyes in food coloring. Alright. Settle for all methods. Okay, settle for all method. Okay, boleh tak siapa-siapa beritahu dekat cikgu apa dia method yang kita dah go through tadi? Okay, start dengan apa tadi first kali?
Distillation.
Yes, we start with distillation. Okay, lagi what else?
Using magnet.
Using magnet. Okay. Other than that?
Filtration.
Filtration.
Filtration. Okay, lagi?
Rotation.
Flotation. Okay, lagi? Sediment.
Sedimentation.
Sedimentation. Decanting. Lagi? Last kali?
Chromatography.
Yes, chromatography. Okay, so all 7 method ni you kena tahulah. Okay. Alright, so jom kita cuba jawab sikit soalan. Okay. Okay, soalan yang pertama, first question, define mixture. What is mixture? Anyone want to try?
Can I try?
Sure? Boleh, Nabila?
Mixture consists of 2 or more elements or compounds mixed physically.
Okay. Yes, you are correct. Okay. So a mixture ni, okay, ini jawapan yang saya susun lain sikit lah. Okay. So a mixture actually is a physical combination of 2 or more elements or compound that mix physically. Okay. Correct. Okay. Betul jawapan Nabila. Okay, next. Okay, jom kita go through sama-sama. Okay, this question. Match the following mixture according to its suitable separation method. Okay, so types of mixture. So this is type of mixture, this is separation method. So kita nak tengok, okay, kalau salah satu tu ni, apa dia punya separation method dia. Okay, alright, for number 1, paper clips and glass fragment.
Using
so
magnet.
Apa? We can use magnet. Okay, very good. Okay, we can use magnet to separate paper clips and glass fragment. Okay, next, water and ethanol.
Distillation.
Yes, okay, you are correct. Distillation. Okay, what about 3 types of water insoluble ink?
Chromatography.
Very good.
Chromatography.
Chromatography. Okay, what about soil and water? Yang lain. Respon.
Sedimentation.
Yes, we can use method sedimentation. Okay, what about oil and water?
Flotation.
Flotation.
Yes,
Flotation.
Flotation method using separating funnel, kan? Okay, what about coffee powder and water?
Filtration.
Filtration. Very simple. Okay, very good. Okay. Next, question number 3. Okay, if you were given a mixture that contains rice and sand. Okay, you have rice and sand, a mixture that contains rice and sand. Can you separate them using filtration method?
No.
Okay, no. Why? Why? Kenapa?
Because they are both insoluble solid.
Yes. Okay, filtration usually dia mesti insoluble solid and
Soluble.
insoluble dengan liquid sepatutnya. Kan? Kita tengok balik. Okay. sebenarnya we can't separate mixture of rice and sand using filtration. Okay, rice and sand they are solid that does not dissolve in water. Tapi filtration ni sebenarnya dia kena ada satu yang insoluble, satu lagi liquid. Alright, so cannot lah. Okay, faham tak untuk yang ini?
Faham.
Alright,
cikgu.
next question. Last ni, soalan last. Tick the box next to the correct statement about the mixture. Okay, so the diagram show molecule in a mixture. Okay, so this is molecule in a mixture. Okay, so yang mana betul? Mixture of 4 elements ke? Ada 4 element ke dekat sini? Ataupun mixture of 4 compound ke dekat sini? Ataupun mixture of 2 elements and 2 compounds ke? Ataupun yang last kali mixture of 1 element and 3 compound? Yang mana lebih tepat menggambarkan this diagram? This is a mixture of apa? Element. So this is element Ni this is element. Element. And then kita ada compound juga dekat sini. Kita ada compound juga dekat sini. So yang mana satu tepat? Yang mana satu? 1, 2, 3 or 4? Yang mana?
Maybe 3.
Yes. Okay. Number 3. Number 4. Okay. Mixture of 4 compound. Ada 4 compound kat sini. Okay. Sorry. Ada 4 compound dekat sini. Okay. Ini compound yang pertama. Ni compound yang kedua. Okay. Lepas tu. Ni compound yang ketiga. Ni compound yang keempat. Kalau elemen dia satu-satu. Elemen dia satu-satu. Saya minta maaf So jawapan dia adalah mixture of 4 compounds. Okay. So settle. Yang ini boleh faham yang ini?
Boleh.
Alright. Okay. Boleh tak summarize? Apa yang kita dah belajar hari ini? Anyone? Apa yang kita dah belajar hari ini? Summarize. Kita belajar pasal apa hari ini?
Mixture.
Mixture, okay. And separating?
Separate.
Separating method.
Separating method. Okay. So, kalau examples of mixture, boleh tak you bagi tahu dekat saya? Can you state examples of mixture in daily life? Examples of mixture in daily life. Yes? Anyone? Coffee drink. Okay, very good. Coffee drink. Lepas tu apa lagi? Yang mula-mula sekali.
Batu campur.
Air bercampur.
Yes, air batu campur. Yes. They are the examples of mixture in our daily life. And, okay. Last kali, separation method. So, altogether we have 7 separation methods and they depends on the physical properties of the substance and it also depends on the what kind of substance we want to obtain from the mixture. Okay, so settle for mixture. Okay, mixture settle, alhamdulillah. So this is your homework. Okay, so follow up work. Answer all objective question given in your team's assignment. Due date malam ni ke AM tu PM. Okay. Due date malam ni. Alright. Nanti boleh access lah dekat dalam Teams team Microsoft Teams masing-masing. Alright. Okay. Any question before we end our class?
No, teacher.
Alright.
No,
Okay.
teacher.
Betul Tak ada Alright. Okay. So I think that's all for today. Okay. That's all for today. So ada masa ni boleh terus jawab lah assignment dekat dalam Teams. Okay, so we end our class with tasbih kafarah and surah wal as. Alright, thank you class.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Alright. Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you, teacher.
Stay safe, teacher.
Alright. Thank you everyone. Alright. Okay. Terima kasih semua.